Good morning! Like, subscribe, and comment on your favorite videos. This one being your favorite video, of course.
So V, you think this kid can kill Urizen?
One can only hope. But for now, we have a more pressing engagement.
Mouse cursor. Interesting thing to note here with V and his little bird, Griffin, calling Nero a kid. Confirms that Nero is still no longer a teenage boy, if I recall the timeline correctly, like he's early 20s. But that then means that to V, Nero is quote unquote a kid, so he would be an adult. Like not a young adult, but a big guy adult. Like not 30s, like 40s, late 30s, old enough that you call a 20-something-year-old a kid.
We have a minor errand before we reach Urizen.
A shout out to Spotzilla. Not today's shout out though, mind you.
Oh, genius says be careful. Yeah, no shit, Shirley. Ain't that right, V? I mean, you are fragile at the moment. Wouldn't take much to wipe you out in a sticky situation. I'm just saying that running away is okay. It's always okay to run away if you're not up for it.
He who desires but act not breeds pestilence.
So it is written.
Okay, Shakespeare. Just remember this. You and I like to exist, so get rid of those demons quick, cause killing them ain't my stick. I got your back, cause dying is whack.
Yeah, V, being a frail non-demon guy, plays very differently compared to Dante and Nero. See, he uses his animal friends to beat up the demons, and then he goes in with his cane and gives them a good old whack. It's starting to be a while actually since I did my proper what's his face? Like training and practice with these. It might take a while before I start playing real well with him again, but I remember being pretty good with him when I initially started just playing the game religiously. So his dodges are primarily by using the summons. Oh shit. Also the fact that since you're used to them for the dodge, like, if you then accidentally do a dodge that requires that summon, the move you're trying to do just gets cancelled, and that's a bit, it's a bit annoying at times. And instead of his DT, he has the Big Goop Man, who will be formally introduced to in just a while. You could also go in and give him a whack with the cane that deals a teeny amount of damage. You can parry with the cane, which of course the true mark of a V master. And I cannot do that consistently. Sometimes I try, I think, but it's some risky shit. You can also read book, which doesn't give style points, but gives DT, so not useful right now. I really feel that my hands need to get used to V again, because like when I replay 5, not really replay, but just casually play 5, I just boot up a mission or two and then play that. Usually Dante, because as I've said a few times before, I am literally Dante, and Dante is literally me. Like if you took a picture of Dante and a picture of me, set them side by side, you would not be able to tell the difference. He'll goop patch here, which can give us some orbs. Which, granted, we don't need because we have unlimited orbs. But always good with more orbs, right? Cat. Be cute. Oh shit. Well, they've been run over, so let's just resurrect them by doing Gooby Boy. So when you have the Goop Boy out, like the bird and the cat, Griffin and Shadow, named after DMC1 dudes, they become invincible. So you should also just outright state already that the Goop Man is called Nightman, after the DMC1 Goop Man. If we can just, where is he? So if we jump on him, we can do moves with him. And of course, it also then just burns through DT when he gets hit because his tanking hits for us. So let's recook. Just burning through Nero cameos. The slightly annoying thing about V is that his like air taunt, S rank and above, doesn't give him additional air time, which otherwise is a good use of V. You can thrash it about with the left stick. But there we go. We haven't taken any damage yet, which is pretty neat. Also, the funny thing about V is that, like, while you can, fucking cat, technically play him and, you know, not get into the thick of things, but it's quite suboptimal because the animals, like, their AI starts getting weird when you aren't nearby. And of course you also beat things with a stick, the cane, and do the spinny move I've done a few times where it just throws out canes. Which is good for not only its face. Like, you didn't want to do this, but
Come on. Struggle.
why is Nightman an ogre? There we go. Time it right, you can also like swoosh from one dude to another. But you can't spam the button, you need to do it very precisely, pressing the style button. The style button for V is the cane button. Like that spin move there, spin move, but fly in the air and send up canes. Kills enemies, and hey, we've got the Nero in the background. Not only does it kill enemies, but it also damages them. The funny thing about Griffin is that his moves all resemble the ones of Griffin and 1. I'm staring the DMC crew because there's no other person, so and it's ghost data. So I'm just seeing a completely computer-generated Nero burst out, and if I get muscle memory and completionism is setting in, get some more orbs up here. And beyond this here would be a blue orb fragment or a gold orb, I can't exactly remember if we hadn't already gotten it. V's mobility is pretty shit. Since you can't swoop around with moves and all that, you can just run. So you'll get the go into the run mode, after which you'll start skating on Shadow, which is pretty neat. It's pretty cute, and it'll damage things near him.
Looks unstable.
But it's not as fun and efficient transport as just flying around with Dante or Nero. Walk behind us. Yeah, some people don't like V, both as a character and someone to play. But I quite like him.
Not allow him to gain any more power.
Hey, the P word, another Virgil word. But yeah, as we discussed a few videos back, must be 2 videos at least. Whoop. What I was saying is discussed. It is quite clear that Eurus is special. Like how it makes sense, we don't know yet. But like we aren't dumb, so like start with this, not now. At least if then does that. Can you then do it? There we go.
Come on.
Laser beam. But oh, it was dormant for too long, so it didn't die from it. It's Nightmare, since you can ride him and all that. At least when you ride him, you can kill enemies. Because you've got the cane in him, I guess. I think V's a neat character. And his function in the story is also very neat. And he looks cool, he sounds cool. And he read book.
To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour.
His voice is cool as well. His gameplay style is also very neat. Something else that's neat is this! Snapping your fingers for Nightmare to just do the Kool-Aid Man. Very American reference that I think only holds true to people who will know people from the 80s and shit. This is a nice piece maybe too as well. Like I don't know. Like, I don't know when the Kool-Aid Man started being a thing.
Come on.
Not the same moves, but that's also just because oh shit, thought I'd be able to do it.
Rest in peace.
He dead. A little cameo from one, the Nobodies. And once you've got Nightmare out, if you read book, you just consume less DT with them. Which is pretty neat, right? Thanks to jump cancelling, you don't like the stagger from beating him doesn't really hinder you that much. Tap dance.
At your pleasure.
Issue is like when Shadow begins morphing around and trying to charge him. If you release a charge while he's moving around, the move won't go through because he wasn't in a ready state for it. And that's the biggest complaint I have regarding the V gameplay.
No one escapes.
No one
Blood is the
escapes.
source of his strength. I
Must cut off his supply. Today's shout out goes out to all the bisexuals in the audience. Hope you're having a wonderful time. And if you're not bisexual, if you're asexual or just some other kind of sexual, keep on keeping it real as well. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you fit any of the descriptions that I've used so far to describe you, dear viewer. 2 Nidhogg hatchlings. Let's just get Nightmare out here because a little spot you can break through. About V, since he doesn't have a DT either. He said the S word, synonym for the P word. Technically a virtual word, I guess, but you know, instead you get some passive abilities for V that say, oh, when you've got Nightmare out, enemies drop more green orbs, more white orbs, which like, white orbs give DT. But since the drop rate of all those lower on high difficulties, it basically doesn't do anything on DMD. Which does make V a bit more difficult to play with on high difficulties if you aren't good at video games, like yours truly, because you won't have a reliable way for gaining health. With Dante and, well, Nero after he gets his DT, you can always just you know, do some funky shit.
Come on.
Now that's what I call comboing. He just jumps down. This is your first V mission, also just has the most crazy entrances for Nightmare, which makes sense because, you know, if you want to sell the player on this new way of playing, you gotta make it awesome, gotta make it cool. And I will say that they do achieve that. We get some more dupes to fight now. Ah, fuck. Thought I could jump just at the last moment, but I couldn't. This is, we're already DT'd. We couldn't just DT for the iframes. Let's see, no green orbs. So we're gonna do this. Then press the button. And then we get the laser beam. Hey, some green orbs. Where are the enemies? Oh, they're just over there. Let's save our DT and boom! Stab him right in the groin. Right in the dick. Become unadvertisable. Unadvertisable. Because I know it's properly, like in the quote-unquote proper non-American way
I wonder if I can reach that woman.
of saying advertisement is, well, advertisement. But, advertisable or advertisable.
Come meet me. I'm at...
Yeah. Keep your panties on. I see ya already. Be right there.
It's mainly the unprefix that makes it impossible to pronounce, I guess. Sadly, we won't be buying anything from the van or using it at all because, well, we have no upgrades to get, no items to get either. So, we'll mark it here. Looks like the Yamato or Yamato. Yamato is definitely the wrong pronunciation because, like, emphasis should be on the first syllable of the Ya.
Nidhogg. I never liked this guy.
You test. You know you.
Dumb as a box of rocks. Let's not even mess with this guy, V. He can't even leave the Clyphod anyway. Just a Clyphod parasite.
Did you insult me?
Uh-oh.
You insult me.
I think he hurt me. He's angry!
Funny thing about Nidhogg here is,
Not in this lifetime. As the air to a bird, or the sea to a fish, so is contempt to the contemptible.
how can you not love this guy? No, like, oh boy. This is like the final exam of playing V because you've got 4 different things to keep track of at the same time, and basically it's fucking hell. Let's just do this real quick bit. You need to utilize every single trick in the V-book to get this going, but it's about to say, the funny thing about Nidhogg, other than being the worst fight in the game, is the fact that, you know the term NEAT? Not an employment, educational training? It kind of fits this guy, doesn't it? It's just... Fuck, I thought I was timing better down. Yeah, he just sits on the Clyphod. Doesn't do anything. Oh, come on! Well, Tendril was blocked by... Time for the laser beam. Oh shit. See, right now we don't have any summons, so all we can do is just stagger around and we can beat him with the cane, I guess, until we can do this. And since we've done this, he now falls over, which also means it's the perfect time to Nightmare. This Nightmare just does loads of damage in automated mode. I prefer keeping him on, rather than setting up a good laser beam. I thought I had the iframe from the jump, or that I was out of range for him. But so the issue here is, like, I get pulled back to the edge of the arena, and shit, he's DTing. It's partially to be able to actually see what the fuck's going on, but also just because of how the fight flows. Which is very inconvenient because, again, you want to get up close while playing V to actually... Oh! We're probably going to be orbing for this. Yeah. Because if you're up close, this happens. And we're just going to... Big investment, just get everything refilled. I think the... Other than a few tricky missions... This one was the one that had the hardest time S-ranking the first time around in DMD, because it's just a... Like, Nidhogg is just a big fat bitch. I didn't even see that coming, because, well, partially because I'm fucking blind. Of course, he's just fucking dead, but
The cut worm forgives the Wow. What do you say?
Okay, alright, that's not good at all. That's not good. Well, hey, wait, where are you going? Are you running away? That's not a good sign.
I'm afraid that that's a little bit more than I can take on right now.
Get out of me!
I can't believe V's fucking dead. Played as him for one mission and we didn't get the S rank because if we hadn't died we would have gotten it from the slight boost, but we just got the cool pick, not the funny pick. Which I think, if I recall correctly, is V enjoying a soda or some shit like that. Yeah, get off the couch next time. Again, good old little neat bullying. But yeah, today's shout out goes out to the bisexuals out there among you, and keep it real. Stay awesome and like, subscribe, comment, all that good shit, because you are here for this. You are here. You want this. You want me, and I want you to stay around for the next mission. Love ya.